700 islands wrapped in turquoise dreams. Every voice matters, every soul redeems. With a heartbeat broadcasting truth across the waves. Information, liberation. This is how a nation stays. From Andros to Abaco, a love at a Grand Bahama shore. We're reaching every family, knocking on every door. Not just talking policy, baby, we're changing lives. When social service meets compassion, that's when hope survives. We speak your language, we know your name. Through the airwaves, through the struggle, we remain. Building bridges over water, building trust on solid ground. The Bahamas Ministry, where love and justice can be found. We are islands of care in an ocean of need. Planting faith like coconut trees, watching future succeed, watching them grow. Broadcasting truth, serving hearts, making sure you're heard. The Bahamas rises together when we honor every word. This is more than ministry, baby. This is sacred ground. When social services meet heaven, that's when grace abounds.
There is a growing zeal for learning within marginalized communities and those seeking to qualify for new economic empowerment opportunities. The Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting is facilitating a 12-week course twice annually. There's a spring and a fall session. The residents of various communities are taught practical skills to enhance their lifestyles. This is our Pinewood Gardens Community Center, currently being housed at the Lighthouse Fellowship Church of God. The pastor is Eileen Johnson. It speaks to the power of partnership. I am so happy to be here. Give Ms. Bourne a round of applause. I want to honor Dr. Davis, Ms. Bourne, for being here, and I am always so delighted to be in the company of greatness. Come on, give yourselves a round of applause. Y'all didn't know I was talking about y'all, eh? I want everybody to look at that camera right there and say, welcome. Listen to me, you are going to be celebrated on taking social services to the people. You all are looking forward to that today? Oh, yeah. Give them one more round of applause. You know why I'm particularly proud for you all? Because some of us are getting up in age and you still understand the power of learning. In all of your get knowledge. Wealth is in knowledge. And the diversity of the subject areas you are taking really is a reflection on the priorities God has in developing strength, in being empowered. And can I say that one of the things on this special month of March, yesterday was what? International Women's Day. You know, can I say something for a moment? We're going to be talking about communication so that we can improve ourselves for a better you. But I believe, based on my understanding of the success manual for life, which is the Bible. Can I tell you, you all ever heard of Chick-fil-A? Yes. Yeah, Chick-fil-A, I was in a room in Vail, Colorado. And the owner of Chick-fil-A was talking, and he was saying that he requires all of his staff, hi, pretty girl, to read the Success Manual for Life. And I was trying to be a little deep, you know, and I wanted to let him know that a Bahamian was here. And I said, and who's the author of the Success Manual for Life? And he said, the Bible. Amen. We have to be very encouraged when people are not ashamed and understand that when you want to find the solution of how to communicate for a better you, the principles begin in the Success Manual for Life. Amen. And so in that Success Manual for Life, it says male and female were born to dominate industry. So what you are doing is you are aligning yourselves with what success requires, and that is to be a leader, to be a ruler in industry. What am I saying? Women were born to lead as well. Because our focus is women equality, but we were born equal. So once we can get people to understand, you and I to understand, that we are equal in God's sight with an equal ability to succeed in whatever your purpose requires you and calls on you to do. Amen. Now, before we go any further, let's give a round of this instructor. We like when men in our presence. And then not only that, you do, I'm coming back to you. Because what you and mommy does, this mommy here, look here, mommy and son. Yeah. That's something special. Yeah. Come on, give mommy. Let me tell you, there are so many things in life that may restrict us from believing that, yes, we can. And I noticed that most of us in here, starting with me, we are younger, longer. And sometimes we may be minded to think that there are things that we cannot really do at this age. Can I tell you that famous people like Viola Davis, she didn't become famous until after 50. There was a marathon runner who became famous at 92. So, mommy, you got plenty time. Yeah, you ain't want to tell your age on the A.
Yes, I am 74.
Look at her, you're 74. But, you know, so what we're going to do from today on is that we are going to raise our thoughts. You cannot grow higher than your thoughts. And the purpose that you came to life is because you have the DNA of God Himself. You and I are the image of God. An image comes from the word to act like. So we were born to act like God. That means I don't see anything that is unsuccessful about God. Amen. That means that if He breathed in you all of the potential for you to reach the world, you were born to reach the world. And you can do it right here from here in the Pinewood Gardens Community Center. If we do, I'm going to tell you a couple of things. Number one, know why you were born. Write that down. Purpose. There's a reason why you were born. How you find your purpose? What are you passionate about? Who wants to answer that question? What are you passionate about?
Life itself.
Yeah, is there anything in life that you want to accomplish?
I like to accomplish more things by helping other people who cannot help themselves, especially those who are disabled and those who don't have.
Now you see that's a servant's heart. You heard what she said? She wants to help. Help means, and it comes from the word serve. Serve means to help. So you know that she is in a service-related industry. And what is the other part of what she said that is an indicator to her purpose? What? Disabled. The differently abled. That is a part of her purpose. So anything that she does, I bet you, if you all know her, is going to come back to her helping the differently abled. What about you? What do you want to be? What do you think about? What do you dream about?
I dream about having my own, let's see how you go, having my own place in order to shelter and to feed, and those who are badly beaten, like, you know, like people who is like abusive, has been abused, I would be able to shelter them and be able to keep them safe.
Why do you feel that way? Have you been abused before?
Yes, that's why I'm saying it.
But here's the point here. We have to crush the culture of shame. And what we need to do is get and run to her, surround her, and help her to help somebody else who doesn't have the help, who doesn't have the good company like you. So now, what we learn here, whatever we go through, it is to help somebody else. Now, when you were in this abusive, toxic environment, you were in the wrong environment. Your purpose is undermined. It is paralyzed when you get in the wrong company. When you choose the wrong man, when you choose the wrong friend. Relationship means connection. Who you connect with matters. If your friend always just gossiping about somebody else, you're in the wrong company. They are on the road to nowhere. And your purpose doesn't take you to nowhere. Your purpose says that, you know, one day I am going to have this shelter. Let me go and sit down with social services and see what are the problems with those who need shelter. What does the statistics look like that we need? Who has a heart like me and who already has it, so I can sit down and get their advice, get the benefit of what they're doing, so I don't have to make the same mistakes as somebody else did. Now, watch this. Realize now, because you're getting the right advice helps with your success. But in that, you are also developing relationships that can help you achieve your purpose. Let's try another one. What's your name? You bashful too? Okay, that's all right. What's your name anyhow?
Lorraine Henfield.
Yeah, so what do you like to do?
Me? Oh, wow. Okay, God has brought me this far, right? I think I have accomplished a lot through Christ. And right now, my purpose in life right now is to bring my children and people around me to know Christ.
Well, isn't that, isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Give her a little round of applause. See now, these are real life situations, because sometimes we are a little bashful. Sometimes we are not confident enough to think that what you have, somebody wants. And what you just said is that you want to see your family strengthened, because you know that the source of life is the key to bringing peace and prosperity in your home. And so I see all the police coming in. I hope we're not going to get locked up or nothing like that. See, look, see, you think I'm joking? Look at the police. Look. Come on, say the police are my best friends.
Police are our best friends.
Yeah, because we don't want no trouble. That's why you stay out of trouble. But I believe you're here to be our friends today. Yes, absolutely. But back to, listen, did you hear what you just said? Yes, you wanted to protect and to preserve your family. Well, why is that important? If we look at the greatest empires in the world, the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, Sodom and Gomorrah, they fell because of moral decay. Right or wrong? See, we think that we are smart when we appear to be successful and we are comfortable with immorality. But you know, the Romans said all we have to do to beat the Greeks is that we have to keep our morals, put a priority on real estate development. We have to preserve our values. We will be strong and we will commit to excellence. Principles don't change, nor do they discriminate. It means that those values that has been established by God all these years still apply. It never changes. As long as we can protect and preserve our morals. So what you are saying, let's protect and preserve our morals so that we could protect my family and my children and my children's children. Isn't that important?
It is, yes, it is.
So I bet you thought it was a little thing before.
No, I know it's not a little thing.
You know?
Yes, I know what it is, yes.
Yeah, but so why use bashful just now?
I'm just not a public speaking person.
Okay, now you're it. And don't think you're gonna get away. I'm coming right back to you. I'll give you a little warning. Ma'am, so why were you born?
To serve the Lord.
And how are you going to express yourself? What is your passion and dream to communicate to the world that you are serving the Lord?
My greatest passion is girls. Seeing young people become the best they can be at what they do. That is my greatest passion.
And so what is your gift like? What you good with your hands? You like to read? You like the computers? Are you an administrator? What do you like?
I'm an administrator, but I love planning. I love planning events. I love planning events and them being successful. I love to see the girls in action, you know, doing what they can do best in training. I like training young people in protocol and all of that good stuff that falls under the church and service, so that when they stepped out, we are all good and moving forward in excellence.
Now, you see how great purpose is? Because what you're saying now is that you are assigned to create the leaders of tomorrow, the leaders of the future, the women leaders of the future. And as an administrator and an event planner, everything comes like how Dr. Davis and Ms. Bond created this environment. This is what they did. This is an event planning session. And so when we are going to excel in our purpose, we have to step forward, identify a team that has similar vision, that has a strong work ethic, that believes in your vision, to lift your hands. What usually happens with us when you get the wrong and choose the wrong people? They're not going to lift your hands. No, it ain't happen. So your purpose fall down to the ground because you choose the wrong team. When you try to get to the girls and who's going to help you, there has to be somebody who believes in it too. And that person will say, listen, I know the principal of D.W. Davis. I'm going to connect you so that we could do something with the girls there. We're going to teach them how to groom. We're going to teach them how to sew. We're going to teach them, this is all these things that's happening in this class. We're going to teach them how to draw. We're going to teach them how to have some makeup, because we want our girls that is coming. Aren't you ashamed or concerned now what is happening to some of our young girls? That means not enough of you been around. That means the dream that is inside of us is not activated to be into position, because some of the young girls find themselves in very unfortunate situations because they didn't have the right relationships, sometimes starting at home. A 14-year-old girl came to me, and this is a girl that you're called to. And she said her mommy left her in the house with her boyfriend to go to another boyfriend in Andros. And the mommy told her to ask me to help get a job. I said, how old are you? 14. I said, is that gentleman abusing you? She pulled up her dress, a big scar from her knee, up her leg. That's a toxic environment. I said, well, when did you start, and how did you start having sex? She said, I hear it when my mommy having sex and bringing the different men in. So sometimes when we say and see this, what we would call rebellious behavior, it is because of the lack of love, the lack of direction, the call for purpose to get into their environment and show them the right way, because mommy and daddy was not there. So there is a solution in you, because you went through it with the abuse. How does that feel? What would you say to someone watching this who is crying out for help? Because I'm sure that it must have been that you were crying out for help.
Well, the first thing I did is I had to literally to give my life to Christ totally. And moving forward from there, with Him in my life and with the Holy Spirit directing and leading me and my purpose and the plans that He has in my life, I was able to help many other women and speak to them. Sometimes I may just be standing at the bus stop and someone would just come there and they would just start talking, and I would just listen, because in those situations, they need someone to talk to. They need someone to give a listening ear to. They need someone who's going to give them advice. They need someone who's going to tell them, well, honey, Jesus loves you, and so do I, and you go from there and tell them, look here, you may need some help in this area or that area so you could better yourself.
Isn't that powerful? You know what it reminds me of as well is I was speaking at an event in one of the hotels in the Western Strip, and there were people waiting to say hello to me or greet me afterwards. It was a long line. And I was trying to consider the time of those who were kind enough to wait. I'll never forget this, and I wish if this young lady would see this at any time to please contact me. When I was doing reaction, she said, I've been waiting all these years to meet you because my mother was a prostitute and was on drugs. And I would always pray, Lord, deliver me. Let me meet Debbie Bartlett. And she said, years went by and nothing happened. She said, and my father was a drug addict. But he tried to help me. He tried to work with me, even as he was spaced out. He still looked back for me. And she said, I wanted you to meet this lady, and this lady was sitting beside her. She said, I'm going to tell you. See, this is why we have to be careful as we celebrate our women that we don't emasculate our men. Because it's the woman in that case that left the child, in both cases. As a matter of fact, if you think about it, more than 75% of our, or 71% of our homes are led by women. It means we're not doing something right with our men. So mama doing something right with her son and being productive. So what am I saying to you? If we emasculate our men, we're going to have even weaker homes. And as women, we have to even accept more responsibility for the decisions that we make, because more and more women are choosing to leave the home and compromise with sweetheart or sweethearts. I know this is a little difficult kind of situation to be talking about, but if you do not confront the problem, and if we don't evaluate where we are going right and wrong, how are we going to improve it? But what is the point of that story with that young lady? She said, I want to introduce you to this lady next to me. I didn't meet you, but I found her. Meaning the lady. Now, that means somebody was in position. Sometimes you don't meet the person you want to meet. But when you have the desire to change, when your internal communication, there's something we're talking about, communication. Communication is when the intended message gets to the intended listener. And some of us don't have a message when we go and we leave our children. When we go and we leave our children, we don't know our purpose. We are abandoning the reason we were born. And so when you want to live the reason you were born, you have to have a skill. And so when you understand the power of this opportunity that you have to learn sewing. Sewing, for example, is a third industry. Communication is. So let's go through these three industries for a moment. You cannot fulfill your purpose if you can't communicate. So you have to learn to communicate. Where is the first place we have to communicate? Internally. You cannot grow higher than your thoughts. You are what you think. So if you're thinking you can't, you can't. If you're thinking you can, you can. And that sends up the faith that you can when you think that you can. And so as parents, as brothers and sisters, as friends, we have to start telling our children, our friends, our colleagues, yes, we can. There's nobody in the world who's more talented than you, than Bahamians. Success doesn't have a gender. It doesn't have a race. It has a belief system of how you communicate. My mother used to call me Deborah. She wanted to be, she said she named me after Deborah Carr. You're all too young to know. Deborah Carr, see, I bet y'all didn't know who Deborah Carr is. See, geez, look at y'all. Y'all showing y'all that much younger than me? Good God Almighty. But you know, she was an actress. Very famous actress. And before we had television, this is what purpose does. I want y'all to follow me now. See, purpose gives you the reason, and your purpose gives birth to vision. You see? So she has a vision for those girls. That's her purpose. And then the vision is going to give her the ideas and how she can make those girls believe in themselves. So my mother had a purpose, and she believed that she was born to be in communication, and she believed when there was no television station, and when the television station came, she only heard about it, and when it came, and you remember, any of y'all old enough to remember when you had the antenna and you had to turn it and try you all remember that? Yeah, so when you had to go look through the snow, That's when Deborah Carr was on. Rabbit Ears. You remember the Rabbit Ears? Yes. But even though it was snowy, even though it wasn't clear, like how we have the clear television, the HD television, and we moved from analog, before she could see how she believed, she tried. She would enter contests in the States to write a song, and she showed me her yellow album one day that they were supposed to do because she wanted to write. And she said, I called you Deborah after Deborah Carr because one day you will achieve what I didn't. You see vision? And guess what? I wasn't acting yet. Almost 100. But I am on the air. So her thoughts fed my faith. So you have to have the thoughts that can feed someone's faith. And while it is feeding somebody else's faith, it is growing your faith. And as you see and accomplish, and you get the certificate from this empowerment class that you're taking, with all the diversity, some of you are going to come in believing that, listen, I want to so-and-so better, but you're going to find that some of you, I didn't know I was so interested in makeup. Anybody could identify with that? You came in liking one thing, and I tell you I was coming to you. You see what faith does? You got to say it. Right, so you came in liking what, and what is it that you like differently now?
Well, first,
What is your name, darling?
my name is Diana Wallace. But can I say something first of all?
Absolutely.
You were asking everybody about how they felt and whatnot. You know what I came in here for? To be a better me. It was Ms. Bourne that really brought me in here. I have spent my entire life making everybody else better. It's time for me now. It is time for me.
That's very nice and powerful. You know, when we come back, we are going to talk a little bit more about a better me. Stay with us.
The Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting is partnering with the Bahamas Christian Council to help build stronger Bahamian families.
I believe that our ultimate experience in living begins with God and family.
Our purpose is to facilitate, guide, inspire, and equip you to have a better life.
And a strong family foundation begins with each of us trying to become better individuals.
Let's unite for a stronger Bahamas.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, leading Bahamians from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
Welcome back. Listen, Miss Dynamic Wallace said she gave herself to the world, and now it's time for a better me. Really, it's something that all of us should be striving for, a better me. Can I suggest that you cannot give what you don't have? So if you're depleted from the inside, you can't give nobody nothing, no how. So we always need that replenishing. I believe for all of the great interviews that we have had so far, I know you want to clap for them, but I'm going to ask them to clap for themselves, knowing that you're at home and you're giving them up as well. Come on, give another round of applause. You know, I know that the news sometimes is just really so overpowered by the negative news because when we communicate, there are always boundaries. There is no freedom without boundaries. And if we're going to be a better me, then we have to realize that purpose and vision creates boundaries. Just like the ocean has the sand as the boundary. If the ocean did not have the sand, no one could live here because it'll be flooded. And it's the same thing with your vision and your purpose. Your vision and your purpose cannot survive without the law. So we have to know what the laws of God is to know what you shouldn't be doing and what you can do and how you can do it. I was really pleased that for many years, and even now with the domestic violence unit of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, we have been working together because, let me tell you what was so powerful with Miss Wallace. You hear what she said? And what all of you have said in one way or the other. You loved because Miss Bourne introduced you. You're grateful, and you found a few relationships, a few connections that gave you the inspiration to be a better you. And what is the principle there? The principle there is that nothing great happens without a team. We need each other. And when we understand purpose, like the purpose of law enforcement, if you think we have problems now, can you imagine if the boundary of the police officers, and we want to honor our police officers because come up front. Come with me. Because the law officers maintain a consciousness that there are some things that we should not do, like run the red light. Because when you run the little red light, you're going to run something else. Now listen here. I want to be like the young people just for a moment, right? I don't know if it's in style anymore, but so forgive me if I out of date. But they some stupid glasses you have now. I love it. Doesn't she look so elegant? Give her a round of applause. Officer, while you're here, you didn't come to lock up nanas, I suppose.
No, we did not. So we were invited here by Miss Spawn. She would have visited the Urban Renewal Center, that's Bamboo Town Urban Renewal Center, and she would have told us about this empowerment program, and we're just here to support.
Now, isn't that great? But that is what leadership is, and we have to celebrate more of that because it also speaks to maturity. She did not say, I in Bamboo Town and you're in Pinewood, so that is not my territory. Not only that, see, these are the boundaries, these are the things about purpose. Somebody in another constituency doesn't mean it's competition. It's completion. Because we all want the boundaries that's going to keep us safe, that is going to keep us progressive, that is going to strengthen and empower us by honoring one another. There are boundaries for greatness, and that is respect for one another. And now watch this, we are talking about this is the month for women. Look at her and these great men looking so smart on her side. That ain't nah. But I tell you why this is important. Because we are talking in this season, and June coming next for the fathers, and we moving away from just giving the fathers crabs, okay? You think that's a good idea?
Perfect idea.
You think we can do more for celebrating men?
Of course. We need the trips. We need the vacation too. We need the vehicles too.
Now, what the DSA in volumes, right? See, it's no good to strengthen the women and the men feel left out. We have to be very balanced in what we do. And the truth of the matter is, if you look at the book of Esther, there were 4 men who helped her get in there, not the women. So women, we have to be better towards one another. And y'all agree with that? Yes. Because sometimes the voice hell you catch is from the woman them, like Rodney say. And your man, Lord bless the dead. What about you? Let me ask you, how do you feel following a woman?
I feel women can be great leaders. So I feel no way following a woman. They are great leaders.
You see maturity? Come on, give him some love. And the final question, what do you think is the value of this seminar?
Well, I believe the value of the seminar is to empower not only women, but I say men as well. So the empowerment is the reason and the purpose for the seminar, to empower them so that they can learn a life skill, so they can, be entrepreneurs and do better for themselves and to earn more monies.
Now we got to lift it up. We got to lift them little salaries up there. Come on, give our officers a round of applause. Thank you all very much. God bless you. We want to say a big, big, big thanks to the church. We like to take a lot of licks in terms of what the church should be doing, but when the church is doing, sometimes we don't say thanks enough. And I want you to know you ain't escaping. I coming for you. You gonna be ready? You ain't gonna be ready? What we just said, yes we can, so I coming. But I really said that because just really quietly, we have the pastor of a church here who is, through her love for community service, has provided the Ministry of Social Services this room.
Yes.
And tell us about yourself. I mean, you first of all, I believe you've been to class with Queen Esther. Before you go into the king, you have to fix yourself up. You have to know how you fix yourself. Preparatory. So you've been through those classes and you have passed with...
I knew you were coming, so I wanted to make sure that I was prepared to engage with you.
Oh, my goodness.
You're a woman of excellence, and we're proud of you. You're a nation icon. You're a celebrity here in the Bahamas, and we celebrate you. Let's give her a hand. Yes. All these years.
I really didn't see that coming.
I saw it. In the spirit, I saw it.
Oh, I am very humbled. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But there's a generation who do not know you or I. And it's our time to think and plan generationally. So the grace that you have, the wisdom that you have, you see how you come back in me and I do talking for a living and left me speechless? Is what we have to impart to others, to our young people. How do you feel this program is empowering these ladies and can impact the community of Pinewood and beyond?
This is excellent, and I commend the organizers for the undertaking thereof, the selection of our speakers and facilitators. It's good empowerment. It provides persons with purpose, assignments, and to gain funds further down the road. And I adamantly believe that anything that we are a part of, we should provide hope for persons, provide a way of empowerment, a way that they can feel worth. Because sometimes we lose our self-worth along the way, helping everybody else. But I believe that these programs can help to empower, to nurture, to mentor, to be coaches for persons who need those kinds of things.
Hope is favorable, confident expectation. What is your hope? When you said yes to empowering, and empowerment comes from that word to authorize. We are authorized by God to be great, but most of us don't get the message. What do we need to do to restore and strengthen that culture of hope that backs it up with an action plan, so that women, I'd say this final thing, the word woman comes from the word ish, which means to influence. We have enough influence in this room to help change our nation. What do we need to do now?
Evangelize. Every one of us can carry a message to someone else, to their home, to their community, to their villages, to the workplace, in the food store. Wherever we go, we are called to be evangelists, to carry hope to people. I can preach 1,000 messages, I can sing, I can administrate, but at the end of the day, if we don't provide people with hope, we're going to have people who will entertain suicide ideation and all these other things, abuses and all those kinds of things. So if we evangelize and carry the message of Jesus Christ, that he is our hope, he is our way out, he's our deliverer. And if the world sees that, and if these persons in this room see that at the end of all of this, then we would have made an indelible mark in the lives of many people, because each one of us can reach a whole lot of people, a gamut of people, if we would just evangelize. Come out of the four walls of the church. Come out of the four walls of in this room. When you leave this room empowered, don't just suck it up just for you, but to extend yourself to other people, to girls, to abused mothers and fathers as well. You understand? So let it not just rest here with us. I was able to do this and not the next thing. I was a teacher for many years, and I would find that the girls would come to school with their skirts stapled. And so we need to teach the girls how to hem, as practical as that is. You understand what I'm saying? And so whatever we learn here, teach them. Teach the young men how to cook, how to bake cookies. They don't think that that is a male thing. But yeah, so this is an empowerment session, and each one of us should evangelize it. Spread the message and tell them we're here until we have another few weeks here. Come down and be empowered. Come on down.
You're making me want to come in this class, too. I'm telling you, I'm coming to you now, and then I'm coming to you. So, but I got to come to you right after the break. I just get so taken. Wasn't that a powerful message by our pastor? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You can now stay in tune with all things social services on any one of our social media platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also, missed any of our Taking Social Services to the People programs? No worries. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Bahamas Heartbeat, to watch all of our programs and special content. Social services is the heartbeat of the nation, taking our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
Vision anticipates the future, and so we don't wait for things to happen, we prepare for it. Preparation means to make ready. These women and one man, they're making ready for a strong future. What did you learn about purpose? Are you focused? What is your purpose?
My purpose is life-affirming ministry, and my vision is to save and improve lives. So I call it damage control. Society is really challenged with immorality and apathy, and it's my dream to be the forerunner to reverse it.
Oh man, give her a round of applause. That is excellent. I'm going to tell you why this young man is so important. We have wars and rumors of wars. We have Israel attacking Iran and the United States joining, and you have a strike on Venezuela a little while back. And guess what? We have to think about backyard farming. That's what Vision does. That's what we have to prepare for. We don't have to wait till no food could come in. You got to start now. You are teaching backyard farming. Briefly, why is that important?
It's important because plant life give life. If we can farm our food, we're able to feed ourselves. So both my mother and I here are doing the course, and we're educating people about planting in their yard. You could use the plants for medicine. You could use the plants to feed yourself. I'm also a beekeeper, so we're trying to educate people about the importance of honey, which is a life source of healing and wellness.
That is so powerful. Come on, give him a round of applause. And you've been in this for a while from Fox Hill.
Yes, ma'am. And Miss Bond got me interested in this program, and it literally changed my life. There were a lot of things going on in my life, and I was heading down the wrong road. And this program turned things around for me mentally and emotionally. They made me realize that I could make mistakes. I could correct those mistakes. I have to take charge of those mistakes, and I can't let those situations take charge of me. So I have been between the two programs. I am up here. I followed her down here in Pinewood. So I want the rest of me to be complete.
Well, that sounds like a better me. Come on, give her a round of applause. Now I got to tell you, Mama, just before we close, we have to go. Say something. Say hello. You got your brother or your sister or somebody watching? Or your mommy?
No, my parents deceased years ago.
Your children?
My children. I have 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
And
why are you trying to be a better you?
Well, mentally, I saw this program on television. No, a talk show. I heard on a talk show, and it stimulated, because I live alone. I'm a widow. My husband died 3-4 years ago, and I live alone. My children, all of them married and out the house. So, just me, So after I saw the program, I decided to get out,
That is powerful. Come on, give her a round of applause. This is our mental health nurse. And you know what? There's a lot of trauma in the country. Speak to that and how your skill is impacting courses like this.
What we're doing here in the area of mental health awareness is fundamental, because there's a saying that goes, the health of the nation is the wealth of the nation. And so we're teaching society how to bounce back, how to be resilient, how to be restored, renewed, and giving them practical skills to survive. And health and wellness, especially mental health, is not only limited to your emotions, to your body, but we have also included the spirit man and even finances. And so one of our facilitators today used the keyword holistic. We're taking an holistic approach, and we're also using the slogan, each one, reach one, as we restore our nations and our communities, one human being at a time.
Well, I feel real good. I feel real. And it's time to meet the leaders who are responsible for this. And you said something that's very important. Everything starts spiritually, and our opinion can't change it. And I want to commend both of you, because Dr. Shanique Davis is the leader here. She recently joined us, and she's making a world of a difference. You get to say the last word. But this is Ms. Bourne, who has been commended, and we celebrate the work that you have done. Come on, let's celebrate her. And so you've already made a great impact on making us feel like we are our better selves. And what was your vision for this particular, because there are few people that really talk about how important communication is. If you're not communicating with yourself in a healthy way, you can't give what you don't have.
I agree. I would say to God be all the glory. When I started community affairs, I always had a passion for people. I always believed in empowering people, and so when I came into community affairs and I realized that's what they were doing, I was like, thank you, God, I'm in the right place. And so, me with communication, your mind is a serious thing. If you change a person's mind, you can change their world. And it depends on what goes into that person's mind, how they think. And so at Community Affairs Division, we believe in positive thinking. We believe in positive development. And so if we can change your mindset, we can change your world. And so I am just so happy for all the participants here. I'm so happy for Pastor Elaine Johnson giving us the ability and the space to be able to be in Pinewood at this time. And so we will come and go to every community in the Bahamas if they will allow us to, because we believe in empowerment.
Thank you. No, you and it's somebody else will get cut. Not you. You're not you. I say some things about like how Pastor Elaine looks first class, and all of you look good, but they got this something. Right. And so is Dr. Davis. Yes. And she is like an Esther as well. Yes. Give her a round of applause. She fixes every day. I didn't put on all my makeup today. But sometimes, once in a while, I'll because this wasn't going to be a show. No. I was just coming. But guess what? That's how life is. And when you have God on the inside, He tells you what to do. And I can't tell Him I'm going back to get my makeup done. But there is something about Dr. Davis, because she wants to do the orange economy and getting, what that thing is we were talking about, to showcase.
Social empowerment.
Yes.
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 Social empowerment.
But I want to say something before you go there. Mm-hmm. I like your team spirit. She supports her team. Mm-hmm. Some bosses jealous of the people they work in with. That means you don't know your purpose. Because if you know your purpose, there are exclusive opportunities assigned to your name that Dr. Davis can't take from me, and I can't take for Dr. Davis. So it makes teamwork easier. So tell us about this vision that you have, and how are you going to continue to transform for an empowered community and communities?
So we were talking about an opportunity where we could bring all of our community partners and the residents of the various communities together in one platform so that they could display all of the crafts and the wares they would have made over these 12 weeks and allow them to sell, right? A part of empowering our community persons is allowing you the opportunity to make some money, right? And so we want to provide a platform where you can come together, bring your wares, your crafts, your cooking goods, your cookies, and that kind of thing, those persons who want to do something like that, and allow them an opportunity to sell their goods and make money from it. So this is a part of empowering. You're empowering your pockets as well, your finances as well. Everybody needs a little money to make things happen in their own lives and in your family life, and so this is a part of us empowering you, our community partners.
That's it for us. We're out of time, and I know you wish you could spend more time with them. We're going to arrange, like what you said, to a hotel so that you come down. And I was really touched by the widow's story. There are people there alone in the home, and this is providing comfort to rebuild their strength so that Mama, you still have value. There's still something that's inside of you that the world needs. We're moving our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. We love you. God bless.
This has been a production of the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, where we move our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.